council person for a long, long time. I'm going to go over the directions, the instructions to the audience. As before, we will entertain your questions through a card. Ms. Pam Haynes, who you will see with her hand up, maybe over there on that side, Ms. Jan in her basket, will take your questions. Please write legibly as my eyesight is going. And so they will get those questions and we will read them. We will begin this debate, and debate is a good word because that's how bad ideas get better and the horrible ideas die. And so it's good that in our community we have good dialogue, good debate. We're going to begin with an opening statement, and we will begin based on our rules with the person sitting to my left, and that will be in this case, we'll begin with Ms. Betty Williams, and for the opening, Ms. Bonnie Pinell will have the closing introduction, and those will be 2 minutes, 2-minute openings. We will also have a 2-minute closing. There will be questions from the moderator, myself, and those will be a 1-30-second response times. Questions that you have a 30 seconds to respond to. There's no rebuttals in this debate. We won't have official time for rebuttals, but in your 1-30 seconds, you can choose to use that time to do what you wish. Then we will have a closing statement. The closing statement will begin with Ms. Pinell as we reverse that order, and then we'll close with Ms. Betty Williams. And all the questions coming from the audience will be a 1-minute response by you. So the official questions from me, 1-30 seconds. Official questions from the audience will be a minute, 2-minute opening and closing statements. Is that understood, fair, accepted by all?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Can you hear me?
I do. So let's begin, and we'd like to thank you for your participation. And we'll begin with Ms. Betty Williams with a 2-minute opening statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sam Starks. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak to the African American Leadership Coalition, which I am the founder of the African American Leadership Coalition. This is the vision that I had for this community, and I'm running because of one of many visions that I have, is because I want to give voice to those individuals who don't have a voice. In my community, I have been in the city of Sacramento for 30 years and in South for 20, where I've raised 3 of my sons. And I started fighting in the school districts for or against the suspensions and the expulsion rates of African American males, which I understand we still have that problem. But more so than anything else, we have a large amount of people who are not working in my district. More than half of individuals in my district are not working. If you know anything about me, my background talks about hiring, and I'm a job specialist, and I'm a developer, and I work with corporations getting jobs into our community. And so I would like to continue to do that in the capacity of your city councilwoman. I also look at the safety issues that we have in our issues. Crime is high. It's the highest ever. And if you look at the map that you get directly from the city of Sacramento, and it has a lot of red dots on it, and you look at District 8, we have more red dots in that area than any other area. And then again, when we come to education, and I understand being on the city council, you're not on the school board, that's a separate entity. However, we need to have a relationship with the school board to deal with the school issues, because we have 15 schools in this district. 10 of them, they are not making state education levels. They are not. I don't care what stats that are read to you, they are not. That's 67% failing. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Pinell.
Thank you. I'm Bonnie Pinell. I represent Meadowview, Parkway, and North Laguna Creek neighborhoods. District 8 was the second highest growth area in the city of Sacramento. We eliminated Danger Island at Meadowview, Amherst, and Freeport. We rehabbed the 29th Street apartments, eliminated Franklin Villa, which is now called Phoenix Park. We built 9 new parks, 2 elementary schools. We built a sports complex at Luther Bank High School, Phase 1. We built the River Cats Independence Field for disabled folks. We built a girls' softball field at Manuel Silva Field. We built 2,500 units of housing, apartments, and condos. We rehabbed several major apartment complexes. We found reuses for the old Mervyn's, old Albertsons, Kmart, and Target. We extended Southline Phase 1 to Meadowview. We built a new Target Center. We built College Square. We built the Valley High North Laguna Library. We opened 3 Head Starts. We expanded Kaiser Methodist and Sierra Vista Hospital. I supported the ceasefire model dealing with gangs and the street outreach with our ministers. Unemployment in District 8 is 21%, not 52%. We have 100-year flood protection in Meadowview. We are still working on Parkway. If you look around, you can clearly see the difference I've made in District 8.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to begin with Betty with the first official question that you'll have 1 minute and 30 seconds to respond to.
Okay.
And I will repeat that question if Ms. Pinnell needs me to repeat it, or if she says, Sam, I got it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, regarding Executive Mayor Charter proposal, in December, the Mayor's office announced an effort to place a retooled and scaled-down version of the Executive Mayor proposal on the June primary ballot. What is your position on this most recent revised charter proposal, and why? Do you believe that the mayor should be term limited? So there's roughly 2 questions there.
Okay, the first part of the question is regarding the Charter Commission,
Yes.
and then the second part is whether or not it should be term limits?
Yes.
Okay. The Charter Commission, they've already tried that in Southern California, and it didn't work. It's another group or a small group of individuals that you empower. I believe you vote for your city council members, you empower us, and we should be the individuals that would run our districts in the city, not create another group to empower them to make decisions on the city of Sacramento. So no, I'm not for that. And as far as term limits, I think that should be put up to our community, put up to a vote. If our individuals want no term limits for city council and mayor, then I think our community should have a voice. So many times we have lacked the opportunity of giving our community the voice to say yes or no. So I will bring that to a vote to my community.
Okay, and I'm going to, before you answer, Ms. Pinnell, I'm going to ask the time limit to extend another 30 seconds to Ms. Williams, because it seems as I'm reading this question, there may be 3 questions here. And so the third question has to do with the mayor's office announced a retooled and scaled down version of the executive mayor proposal. And my sense was from the last panel that this has to do with strong mayor issue. So do you want to take a couple of minutes and give us yes or no whether you think that's a good idea or not? 30 seconds, we'll give 30 seconds.
Oh, yes. When it comes to the strong mayor, the second proposal, once he brought it to the community, in a form model, I do agree with the strong mayor. What I don't agree with is having a city manager that you don't vote on, and you can't vote him down or vote him out, but yet he has the responsibility of an entire budget of our city. So as the city goes down, if he creates a catastrophe, we cannot vote this man out. So I don't agree with that. So I do agree that we should have it to a vote, and the community should vote on that.
And so you are for the strong mayor?
Bottom line, I am for the strong mayor, but more importantly, I think the community should vote. Either it's in, if the community wants it, then it's in, and if they don't, then it's out, and then it should be completed at that point.
With respect, thank you. With respect to you and time, I will afford you the same additional time to address these 3 questions. And do you want me to restate them?
My answers are always short.
Oh, okay.
Short and sweet.
Okay, do you want me to, Ms. Pinnell, do you
I've
want me
got the Strong Mayor, Charter Commission, and term limits.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first one for me is Strong Mayor. I voted against the Strong Mayor because District 8 was the second highest growth area in the city of Sacramento. I depend on the city manager, city attorney, city treasurer, and all department heads to get my projects done. With the Strong Mayor, I would have to go through the mayor. I cannot support that. As for the Charter Commission, and one other thing about the Strong Mayor, the proposal on the table was not vetted in my community. And the Charter Commission, I support the Charter Commission, put it in the hands of the citizens. And term limits, yes, I support term limits.
Okay, thank you. So this next question we'll lead off with Ms. Pinnell, and we'll conclude with Ms. Betty. March 1st was the deadline. It has to do with the plan to reconstruct a new sports arena. March 1st was the deadline to approve a viable financing plan to construct a new sports arena, or lose the Kings to Anaheim. What was your position on the proposal being brokered by the city and its arena partners, i.e. leasing the city's parking facilities and the use of parking revenues? Given the collapse of the deal with the Moulous, what are your thoughts now? We'll begin with Mark.
If you all remember, I can remember, I've supported the rail yards downtown for years. I think it belongs downtown. The deal, as far as the deal, I supported the deal. I didn't think the Maloofs had the money. They wanted to leave. I still think they want to leave. Think about it. They owe $70 million to a loan. They were investing $67 million, plus putting up $2.3 million. What were they getting from that? So I support arena downtown with the right financing. What was the second part?
And, given the fact that the deal went through, what are your thoughts now?
We have been working on a downtown intermodal. It's the transportation hub where light rail, heavy rail, and what is it called, fast train, bullet train, or something will gather. It's the hub of the city. So I support going forward with the intermodal.
Ms. Williams, the same question. Do you need me to read it again?
No.
Okay.
When it comes to the arena deal, I did support the original arena deal because with the existing 1,000 jobs that they had, if that deal would have went through, it would have given an additional 4,000 jobs, especially with the unemployment in South Sacramento and District 8 being over 50%. If you look at 2010 census, you will see a category where it talks about individuals in District 8 not only unemployed, they're on welfare is another category, and they're on general assistance in another category. Those are the documented individuals who are not working. That's where that number comes from. So that would have given them additional jobs or opportunities. On the second part of your question, you talk about the development after the deal collapsed. And I do believe that we need to develop that part of Sacramento and still use the rail yards for additional opportunities. And by that, I mean we need to streamline the processes that we have right now. Right now, there's a lot of duplication at the city level in order for developers or businesses to come. So we need to become a better business-friendly environment for downtown. So I do think it's an opportunity, and as long as we're not taxing our community to death to get it done, I do think it's a viable opportunity for our community.